Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Trying to get all these videos out there to all of our fellow racers and group ride heroes, so please like and share, subscribe if you can. It's totally free. Appreciate the help and support on the channel during this NCCX 2024 run, guys. All right, we are jumping straight into it. This is the Hendersonville UCI stop for the NCCX series, so a lot bigger race, a lot bigger crowd. Today I'm actually doing the 2-3-4 race, so punching above my weight class for this race. The 4-5 race was at like 8 a.m. and I had no interest in waking up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to make it to this race, so I decided to do the later one. As you can tell, the field is way more stacked. There's a lot of riders doing this one. It was a really fun group of guys, and we're diving right into this thing. We'll do the one lap preview like we always do. So hard sprint, really fun wide opening right here, and we're just battling left and right, getting wheels chopped. People are taking positions where they can. This is a perfect example of a all-out, super fast cyclocross start. Really fun opening start. Lots of transitions, lots of off-cameras to get it going, which is really cool. I think I was looking at Race Predictor. I think there was like 35 riders, and I was predicted to get like 32nd at a Race Predictor, so I'm trying to finish in front of that prediction so I can get some extra points and just kind of like make myself feel better. But I didn't have much of a like objective going into this race other than just like try to be fast and try to ride smooth. So we're dropping into this really rutted technical section, sweeping around right-hander, and it's going to kick straight uphill. And there's a set of these huge, I wouldn't call them barriers, I'd call them just like big steps. And the first two are really tall. And then after that, it goes transition to these rollers. I obviously didn't have the skills to ride those, but some of the leaders could, and then definitely a lot of the elite riders in the P1 race were doing and riding those stairs. So really cool feature, really hard feature, because right after you got done with the stairs, you had to clip in for this downhill sweeper, and if you couldn't find the pedals, you were definitely getting gapped. I probably shot myself in the foot on this race. I did not get a very good warm-up, so I will put that on me for not preparing well enough and getting warmed enough for this harder race. And you can clearly tell I'm just kind of immediately falling back. People are taking my lunch money left and right as we come around the pond, do some fun chicanes. Really fast course, a lot of pedaling. So it kind of, if you weren't warmed up like I was, you really were on the back foot to try to get towards the front and maintain position. Following my buddy Nick, who's a local Charlotte rider as well. He, I believe, is a Cat 2, so if I can kind of stay with him, I was going to feel really good if I could kind of stay near him for the majority of the race to kind of see where my fitness level was. Unfortunately, today is not in the cards for me. I blow up immediately on this first lap, and if you look at my heart rate, that is going to be incorrect. I don't know if heart rate battery was dying or what, but I'm pretty sure I'm like pinned around, like instead of 137, I'm pretty sure that's 187. But you can see on the right side of me, guys, there's already folks that are in the front of the race, like coming through. So this first lap, it gets super strung out, and if you're not near the front, you're gonna miss a lot of positions. As we come up the steep kicker, make the right-hander, and I sweep down. I take a wide entry to this thing and go straight up this off-camber hill so I can get towards the top of it. I was finding success for me right there, so I could kind of avoid a lot of the muddy ruts that were in the middle of the off-camber. Clip back in, sweep down this kicker. A couple little asphalt pavement transitions right here that are a little annoying, but kind of slows down your momentum. And then we go through a cool section of W's really fast. I'm kind of just like trying to maintain my position the best I can here, but you can see there's just guys that are way faster than me, way more fit than me today that are coming through the field. Really fun perspective to be able to do this 2-3-4 race and not really have to worry about points today. A lot of our normal riders that I've been competing with all all season long, we kind of did different races today, so none of us were really messing with our points in the overall series, which is cool. Fun little open section of the course. You can definitely lose some time right through here if you're not careful. I'm kind of slogging up some of these hills. I'm definitely holding up the guys behind me. Really fast section that we're going to come through. A lot of pedaling again. Couple sweepers. Man, I cannot say enough. Like, yeah, the course designers and the race organizers, this was a really fun course. Definitely having that UCI stamp definitely turns up the volume a little bit on the competition and on the whole vibe of the event. As we make our way to the set of barriers, they are super tall at this course. Jump back in, find the pedals as quickly as I can. You can see guys are still coming through and passing me. As we come through the pits, we do a U-turn. The couple main features of this course are the big stair steps that we've covered earlier, the barriers, that first huge off-camber section, and then now we're about to transition to the what I consider just like the back half of the course, or the final section of the course, where it's just a ton of elevation gain through a bunch of different risers. So here's a little uphill riser that's hard to capture on camera. We're going to transition to some pavement, and we'll sweep around to the right to another kind of like stair stepper that you just got to stay on the pedals, stay on the power, and get over this little riser. It's obviously not very technical, but it does take a lot out of you. And then we have one more stair stepper. Get some speed up this thing, and it's a quick transition right. And you want to sweep down to the tennis courts and then turn up and just power up this thing. I was having to take a really far wide line because I couldn't get the bike turn and make that a little bit shorter for me. And I ended up doing that wider line the majority of the race for me. And then now we're going to transition to some just off cambers as we're kind of finishing up this first lap preview. Yeah, really fun. This was definitely a reality check for me to kind of reset and reassess my kind of fitness and definitely my pre-race preparation for next year, and maybe some of the spring races coming forward for crit and road, just like to make sure I just remind myself to get a really good warm-up in. As we come around towards the start-finish line, this section of the course is really fun. It was getting pretty glassy right in this zone as we transitioned onto some asphalt. I never washed out, but a couple of riders I was around like washed out a little bit and dabbed just a little bit through some of this glassy stuff. For this course for 2024, they cut out a section of single track. We would have normally took a hard left right there and gone in some single track, but instead they changed it up. I'm not sure if they did this on the second day. This is actually Hendersonville day 1. And now we're coming back to the start-finish line to finish up the course preview. As you can tell, there's no one in front of me, no one behind me, so definitely got my lunch money taken today for this race, but it was super fun. That first lap was a blast battling with those guys, and good motivation to kind of get my stuff in gear for the last stop at Salisbury, and definitely to have some goals for the 2025 cross season. Appreciate y'all watching. Again, like and subscribe. Trying to get some racing out there to all the homies, so we definitely want to promote racing here in the Southeast and all across the country. Get your buddies on bikes, get them to pin a number on. Appreciate y'all watching. Catch you on the next one.